All right, welcome to another edition of Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting. I'm DJ Impact, and I got the Vegas Bad Boys here with me. We are here for our 3 count, and we got a few good topics for you guys, so we're going to get right started with you here. It's good to see you gentlemen with us this evening. This is from bleedingcool.com. That's a...
What?
Wait, it's from bleedingcool.com.
No, Impact. That sounds like the shit when you take medication and they say adverse effects may include. Say the name of them again.
bleedingcool.com.
Bro.
Holy shit.
Well, apparently they want to get into the wrestling dirt sheet, so.
Are you sure we shouldn't go back to Forbes for our
Okay, let's see what they have to say, okay? And be nice this time, Matt Michaels, because they're, this is a new one, all right? We don't want to start off attacking these guys, right? But they...
Bro, how can you even say that? The guy that wrote this fucking article, his name is El Presidente.
Are they to do these articles now? Can anybody?
Obviously.
It is true. Okay.
That ain't even professional. That no.
Okay, so he titles it, Tony Kahn declares himself captain of anti-WWE Wrestling Alliance. Okay, and this is how it goes. He says that your Presidente bringing you breaking news from Impact Wrestling. AEW head honcho Tony Kahn appeared in another paid ad on Impact Wrestling, but instead of insulting Impact and flaunting his money, Kahn decided to give a state of the wrestling industry address. And during his speech, Kahn declared himself the new, quote, captain, end quote, of a war between all other wrestling companies and WWE. It says that the segment started with Tony Schiavone promoting Dynamite before introducing Kahn to deliver what Schiavone called, quote, a business outlook on the state of pro wrestling, end quote. And I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but here's a part of what Kahn did say that we'll kind of discuss. Impact might argue, but the truth, we're on the same side. You're one of us. Impact, you're one of us. New Japan, they're one of us. AEW, obviously, it's us. It's us against them. And I don't have to tell you who they are. At Impact, before there was an AEW, you were a leader in this whole thing. But that time has passed. I'm the captain now, Impact. I'm the captain now. All right. Who should we start? You know what? Just for fun and giggles. Matt Michaels, let me ask you a question. Listen, this is what Tony Kahn did say during this commercial he bought during Impact. In his mind, is he really in this war with WWE? I mean, is that where his mind is set here, that he's really having this war against them? And because it seemed like he might be the only one that's having it. I'm just curious what your thoughts are.
Poke the bear, see what happens. You want your company to fucking get in serious competition, then yeah, poke the bear. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I would just build up my product first to where we had a substantial product that could compete if we were to move on to Monday night or a Friday night to go directly against them. But until then, I just keep my fucking mouth shut and then do what you're doing and stop being a fucking on-camera talent because it's fucking old. Give us something new. I thought that's what your whole fucking spiel was. But then Fanboy marked out, and now he's playing the role of the heel.
I mean, you saw this Sin City, this little ad here. It was exciting when these paid ads were first started, and now when I see them, it's like, okay. But and he's still coming hard. Like he's just, hey, stop getting excited. With
He's still coming hard.
Yep.
You're like, please stop it.
So guys, look, we're trying to get multi-million-dollar sponsors. We can't do that if you're going to continue to point out the nastiness. All right.
That's what she said.
For real.
Hello.
So pretty much, Sissy, what's your take on what you're seeing happening here? I mean, what is Tony trying to do here? Now he's not technically attacking Impact. He's been clowning him since the time he's and now he's like, okay, fine, we're on the same team. Really go after the real bad guys here. What's going on?
Fuck it. He's stirring the pot, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he's doing. And the fact is, drunk Tony Kahn promos are becoming one of my favorite things during the wrestling week. It's obvious that he's had a couple before each of these paid ads air, and he's having fun with it. Why not? And let's be real. Several people, and I'm not saying that everybody that's an AEW fan or that's an Impact fan or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that every single person falls into this kind of distinction, because painting with a wide brush is terrible to do. But there are a lot of people that, if AEW is their main promotion that they watch each week, or Impact, that's the main promotion that they watch each week, they have this mindset. There are a lot of people out there that are just point blank anti WWE for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily fault Khan for playing this role. I think that he's having fun with it. Mm-hmm. And let's be real, he is a money mark. Okay. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, he is somebody that you can tell is having fun with this, and he's not doing anything to maliciously hurt WWE. Like he's not doing anything that's really going to impact, no pun intended, their day-to-day or week-to-week business.
Right.
Now, we're not going to even go down the path of, NXT being moved to a different day. I'm sure that that's probably going to be, that's going to be something that he mentions in a future update. But I guarantee that there are quite a few members of the internet wrestling community that have this particular viewpoint. And Tony Khan is merely putting that viewpoint on air.
Yeah. Let me just ask you quickly, Simon Street. And Matt kind of mentioned it earlier when he was saying Polar Bear, but the reality of it is that if WWE was to go ahead and say, you know what, fine, you want a war, we bring in a war, where do you think that would do to AEW?
Before they get embarrassed, it probably could be helpful a little bit, as far as, everybody likes a shit show. And I think if it did come to that, it would be a shit show at the end of the day. Because let's be honest, WWE, they're not worried about them. I'm just being honest. They're just not worried about them. So for them to even do something, it would almost have to be just like, I don't know. That's a very tough question. The only thing I can tell you is if they do that, I don't think they're going to get a response from WWE. I know that doesn't answer your question, but I don't think that anything will happen. So I don't think even we'll get to that point. But to answer your question, I guess, it would be horrible. WWE would outshow them in so many different ways. If they really wanted to focus on it, they would totally dismantle AEW, hands down.
Yeah. All right. Let's move over to our second topic. And this is also from a new site, pinlive.com.
That's not as funny as bleeding cold out of the gums. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Wait, Impact.
Yeah.
Did you say Pen 15 Live?
No, just Pin Live.
Oh, okay.
Penn State? Is it like Penn State? Is the Penn for like Penn State?
It could be. It is PENN live.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. So penlive.com. You know, by the way, you know, you guys have sent these articles. You can look at it yourself.
It's
All right.
It's confirmed. This we have.
Smash Pumpkins' Billy Corgan working to keep NWA professional wrestling afloat. And it was just saying that, you know, Corgan, first off, he is working on new music with the Smashing Pumpkins. But the frontman is set to relaunch National Wrestling Alliance with a March 21st pay-per-view titled Back for the Attack that will stream on Fight. And the NWA will then resume its schedule of NWA Power each Tuesday at 6:05 p.m. starting March 23rd, available on Fight via a low-cost subscription bundle. Guys,
this is the guy from the Pearl Jam guy, right?
Pearl Jam.
He just said Smashing Pumpkins, man.
Go sit in the corner.
I thought he committed suicide in 1994.
Hey, now you know I didn't even go there because you're just gonna send my ass to the shadow realm.
Hello, Pepsi. Yeah, we're gonna let him go. Don't worry about it. Yes, we let Matt Michaels go. Yes.
And look, this is
right.
Matt Michaels say, "Fuck Pepsi, I drink Coke, bitches."
Are you kidding? I wouldn't touch that nasty ass shit from either company.
Oh God!
Hate us.
Do you have a Coke right on camera, right? That's awesome. Let's go with you. Let's start with you, Sin City. Do you think this is good news for all of us that who don't enjoy NWA? But just curious, do you think it's too late for them to get back in the game, or you think it's right on time?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think that we all kind of figured that it would take us starting to reopen and starting to get some semblance of normalcy back into our lives before a lot of these promotions really started running on a regular basis. And that's essentially what's happening. I mean, you're starting to see, you know, the vaccines being distributed. You're starting to see states opening back up. However your stance is on that, we're not trying to go that route. But what I'm saying is that things are fine. Things are starting to progress in a method to where we're starting to see some shred of normalcy again. And I think that that's legitimately what it would take in order for these companies to get fired back up. The NWA being no exception to that. I think that this is a great sign that they've said that they're going to be back with a pay-per-view on March 21st, and that they're going to be doing a weekly show. 6:05 p.m. on Fight, bringing back NWA Power. I think that there's nothing negative about this whatsoever. This is awesome. And it's really good that there are more companies starting to run regular dates and starting to get these guys and gals back to work and allowing them to showcase their craft. It's awesome.
Yeah. Let me go to you. Let's do, how about you, Michaels? It says, look, some NWA talent during the shutdown moved to other promotions. You know, Thunder Rosa defended her women's championship on AEW Dynamite show. She probably wants to display her NWA's women's title, announcer Jim Ross said, in front of hundreds of thousands of fans on cable television. Rosa will lose the championship to AEW Serena Deeb. And also, Corgan was thrilled to partner with AEW and founder Tony Kahn to keep NWA active in some form. And then lastly, he says, obviously, the company's been down and he's helped keep the brand up in people's mind. And he's been a brand in that way, Corgan said. Do you think it was a really good move to do what he did, would have some of his wrestlers appear over in AEW? And, you know, how comfortable when people begin to see NWA wrestlers in Impact that they was almost kind of wishing now that these wrestlers were actually of AEW instead of NWA. Do you think that in any way that having his talent there was any downside to that?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I mean, the fact of the matter is the women's title got showcased, and the women's title outshined their own women's title. So it was
right. Yeah.
It would have been harder if it was like the men's title to surpass, the actual title for AEW. So it was a smart move. The fact of the matter is that they're still taping it small. They can do that because of the fact that they don't really need fans in that facility, but they're not pumping in anything. So they're going to try this, something that's a new idea in terms of just letting the bumps be the bumps and the commentators, their voices, and that's it. That's all you hear. So
yeah,
should be interesting to see.
Yeah. Simon, he says that, Corgan, we were never in any financial peril. We were totally on a growth pattern. The plan for last year before things kind of hit the skids was to start pivoting. We were in discussions with Live Nation about running live events to help bring in revenue and expand who was watching the product. It was more about growing pains stuff, but we didn't have any problems internally with the product. It's interesting to hear that they were, thinking about doing live events. Do you think that is still something that they should concentrate on moving forward, or should they lay low on that and start just rebuilding the name?
I think right now anybody should be thinking about doing live events, at least in the sense of kind of running it through, as percentages of what you can have in the audience and whatnot. But I mean, the product of NWA before COVID was really good. And kudos to them, because there's a lot of weight that comes. There's a lot of historical reference with NWA. So when we even knew this when Corgan purchased the company and said he was going to relaunch NWA, and he's done a fantastic job. I hope that they continue to go forward and pivot, as they said in the article, and do live events, pay-per-view events. I think in the article too, Aldous said he wants to do pay-per-view events. So I mean, it's an exciting time. I hope they are successful.
Okay, no doubt. Thanks for that, and shout out to the folks in our chat. I see Jay there. Thank you, Jay, for hanging out with us. And Shant, it's cool to see you as well. If you're there, throw your comments in there, and as we see fit, we'll try to throw it in there as well. And we also thank all of our listeners right now for listening to us on our podcast. Our third count is from ProWrestling.com. Bad Bunny has reportedly impressed people in WWE, and I am going to start with you, Simon Streak. You're doing thumbs down. But before we do that, it says, look, according to a report by Fightful Select, current WWE 24/7 champion Bad Bunny has been impressing behind the scenes in WWE. It says the report reads that since that point, Bad Bunny has been a focal point of Raw, working alongside Damian Priest. He's captured the 24/7 championship and has had impressive merchandise sales. However, according to the report, his work ethic has been impressive, while his WWE WrestleMania 37 plans were also stated. And then one of the things it says here, it says, we mentioned that Damian Priest had impressed people backstage upon his WWE debut, but his on-screen friend Bad Bunny seems to have been a hit as well. Those that we heard from said that Bad Bunny was easy to deal with in their interactions with him and was open to doing what he needed to on Sundays and Mondays, as well as being excited to do business in the future. And one Raw wrestler said that Bad Bunny treating the situation seriously made a great impression on several in the locker room. Okay. So Simon, first off, if you've been following the news, you've been hearing that Bow Wow, and I want to say Soulja Boy, more Soulja Boy, was definitely knocking the product this week to the point he got attention of Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
And there was I think Jay Uso, I think it was Jay, one of the Usos for sure. Okay. In other words, and then you have Bow Wow, who's not necessarily down in the product. I mean, he's actually training and really trying to become talent. But the bottom line is, we know that there's always people knocking the product, but Bad Bunny, who is an entertainer, okay, in terms of in the music industry, you wouldn't think that will come in and take this product that they do so seriously, and people are giving him his props because of that. What is you with that?
Well, I'm about to be a big asshole more than usual, but who's performing for WrestleMania? Bad Bunny. Okay, so with that, I'm pretty sure he's going to be performing WrestleMania in some capacity and not in a wrestling match. So it makes sense why they have him on it. That's just my opinion. If you don't like what I said, pull some shit up and I'll shut the fuck up. Outside of that, I will say that yeah, it's great he has work ethic. I think it's great that he takes it seriously, unlike Soulja Boy, who just really needs attention, and Bow Wow, who ain't getting enough attention apparently. But it just, I don't desire to see him on Raw right next to Damian Priest. And it's like, I want to see Damian Priest. I don't want to see Bad Bunny. And I just don't see the appeal. I wish people would go out of their way to say why it's so important to have Bad Bunny on Raw or on the product in general. I just don't see the appeal. But it's great. We have great work ethic. Thank you.
Matt Michaels, just going to our chat here. One thing Shant says here, it says typically WWE bullshit on how they do when they bring in celebrities into their programming. And Sean even says Bad Bunny is a huge fan of pro wrestling. This is a dream of him. You can also see that he's extremely more professional than those other knucklehead rappers. So Matt, I just ask you, do you see any issue with what's happening here with Bad Bunny? I mean, we have seen many those in the entertainment industry, even if it's movies related or they was in music. And, you know, they did what they had to do, but it didn't necessarily seem like it really went anywhere. But this seemed like it's really trending well. I mean, you see any problem with what you're seeing with Bad Bunny?
Well, I'm looking up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking Google, how many records has Bad Bunny sold? And Google is telling me a fucking lot. So there you go. That's my answer. Guys, bringing asses to see. There you go. $9.99, people. That's all it costs. And you're going to go from the network this month to Peacock. Now you'll getting all the quality NBC classics for $9.99 a month. Plus you're getting the network. What the fuck do you got to lose? And you know, one of the reasons this is possible is because they just threw $1 billion fucking their way so that they could acquire that fucking right. And that means they got a lot of money to spend. So why not put it in the pockets of Bad Bunny so more young people could watch their product? Because that's what it is. It's a business.
That's true. I mean, Sean just said, hey, Bad Bunny brings a demo that isn't much into the product already. Good point. Sin City, how far? So we hear that Bad Bunny is doing, you know, seems to be successful so far in what WWE is trying to do. People take WrestleMania serious. You know, that's the big show. You just don't, you know, listen, I was at
wait. You mean WrestleMania, which started in 1985 with the likes of Cyndi Lauper and Mr. T. Okay, gotcha.
They were trying to figure out who they were during that very first show.
Motherfuckers are still trying to figure out who they are.
And I can't wait until I could look at you and say, don't worry, your son was just trying to figure out who he was during that period.
Sin City Steve.
Sometimes you gotta call a beaver a beaver.
Right, damn right.
This is not going to mess up your WrestleMania plans to see your 24/7 champion having a match at Mania. Are you pretty cool with what you're seeing with Bad Bunny do right now?
I'm 100% okay with Bad Bunny.
Okay.
To be honest, his music is not for me, but I'm not going to hate on it. It is what it is. I think that ultimately we need to keep in mind that the wrestling business is a business. Okay. I saw some things this past week that really kind of stood out for me in terms of 18 to 49 demographic. And it ties in with something that Michael said and ties in with something that was also mentioned in the chat by Sean, is that WWE, they really are not getting the 18 to 49 demographic. Most of their viewers are 50 plus, and that's not just in NXT. I always make light of, NXT carrying the 50 plus demo, admittedly to somewhat troll you guys and to give you shit. But realistically, Raw is out of the top 100 shows in terms of viewership in the 18 to 49 demographic. They're out of the top 100, which is, that should never happen. SmackDown is at the bottom of the top 100 in terms of 18 to 49 demographic.
Right.
I think that WWE is very smart for what they're doing. They're getting this crossover appeal, and I have no problems with what they're doing whatsoever. It's smart. And quite frankly, we've all seen the celebrity matches at WrestleMania. I mean, for fuck's sake, we had Snooki in a fucking match one year. I would much rather see Bad Bunny doing his thing than I would seeing Snooki stumble around the ring again.
Wait. She did a pretty fucking cool cartwheel handspring, man. That was pretty awesome.
Anyway. No, I don't have a problem with it. Now, if they were going to push Bad Bunny to being like the WWE champion, then I might have an issue with it.
Right.
But give him the 24/7 championship, a championship that has been a joke every day in its existence, other than the day that it was created.
Right.
The day that it was created, they said that it was going to be a part of this new edgy third hour of Raw. And then it quickly de-escalated into a mockery of a championship. So why not? At this point, realistically, at this point, Bad Bunny has elevated the 24/7 championship.
So and I agree with you, Sin City, on that one. But the only thing I just don't like is let me be clear. I don't like that they're pairing him with Damian Priest, and I feel like that's
why not. Why don't you like that, dude? Seriously,
I don't like it because, first of all, Damian Priest, for as big of an impact as he made, kind of debuting on the Rumble per se, they kind of put him to babysit Bad Bunny. I look like he's doing a babysitting job or like a bodyguard. It just sucks.
Okay, so let me ask you this: by him being aligned with Bad Bunny, is that getting Damian Priest on TV every week?
Apparently, with the 18-year-old to 49 demographic, apparently to your science, it is.
No. Like, is Damian Priest on TV every single week? Yeah, because he's aligned with Bad Bunny.
He's on TV.
Okay. Realistically, this is helping to get Damian Priest over. I have no problems with this.
I've never been a fan of giving celebrities too much TV time. That's just me. Negative, if you want to. I'm just not a big fan of it,
dude. But think about it. You just had Shaq taking up time on the other show.
I wasn't a fan of that shit. Motherfucker, put some icy hot on. I'm a fan of that shit.
But the truth of the matter is that. But Bad Bunny right now is more popular than Shaq is with the target audience.
I will agree with you on that one.
Bad Bunny is, and again, I did already mention that, like, I'm not into his music or whatever, but supposedly he was the #1 artist on Spotify last year. Is that correct?
Yes, he was.
Okay, that's massive, dude. That is absolutely fucking huge. Mm-hmm. So you have to figure how many people are are latching on, casual viewers, that maybe have never watched Raw before in the history of their life. And they find out that Bad Bunny's a part of it. Okay, well, I mean, I might just flip through and see if he's on. Okay, cool. The other thing too is, and Sean brings up a great point that I was actually just going to mention, bro. He says that Bunny brings a Latino demo. Priest is going to be a guy the Latino community can sink their teeth into. I couldn't have said it any better.
I hope so. That will be good. The only thing I worry about is when you start letting the gate open, and then let's say this shit is a fucking hit. It's great.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna see fucking Bow Wow. Now you're gonna see.
Of course.
Now you're gonna see. And
bro, it's all about making money.
Keep them.
It's a business.
I get it, man. It's just tacky to me. But
and by the way, Sean did say for Simon, stop hating.
I'm hating the motherfucker. I got shade coming out my fucking fingers on this shit.
Bad Bunny had a better flying body cross than so many others that you have seen.
He did. Not better than Stephen Amell, but he did.
Shout out to Shant, who also said, all right, what happens to Priest after Mania? Same thing that always happens to NXT talent called up to the main roster.
Yep.
Yeah, but he got his due now. What the fuck?
And then we had Jade. She said, well, they run out of ideas, so why not? But if you're going to do that, why not bring back Tom McDonald? So, guys, Bad Bunny, we will see where that goes. All right?
Be on Monday.
And you know what? You know what we're gonna do for you, Simon? We're gonna come together.
No, if you buy me a Bad Bunny shirt,
we're coming together to get you a Bad Bunny shirt.
No.
Oh shit!
What is your size?
Make that shit medium. I'm playing
extra medium.
Extra. No, all right. You give me a large. I tell you what. I don't want to totally 100% hate. I'm happy that he's able to get on. I do like his music, real talk. But I'm just saying, I worry about.
You'd rather see him get off.
I'm not sure if maybe me and you talk about the same get off.
I don't know. That's what you just said.
All right, we got a run-in topic. Run in.
Please run that shit in.
All right. ProWrestlingNewsHub.com. NXT's move to Tuesdays reportedly a done deal in the USA Network. And it says that it's been previously reported that NXT is expected to move to Tuesday nights immediately after next month's WWE WrestleMania 37 event. The move is expected to begin on April 13th. And if plans do happen, as they hope it will, then the Wednesday night wars officially come to an end. Oh, Sin City, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I don't know why you're apologizing to me.
Alvarez also from the Wrestling Observer has also said that advertisers were told that if they want to buy advertisement within the second hour block of NXT, when they would have to buy ads for Tuesday nights as of April 13th, which of course is the Tuesday night after Mania. So it also talks about that this was reportedly due to NBC's Universal preparing to shut down NBC Sports Network and NHL programming moving to the USA Network later this year due to NBC Sports Network closing down, not due to AEW Dynamite running NXT TV off of Wednesday night due to ratings. But I still believe that Tony is going to say that is the reason why.
Of course. Retcon that shit.
It don't matter what day of the week. It's still a fucking war.
So
NXT versus Impact Wrestling now, Shant says in the chat. The Tuesday night war.
It's called,
maybe NXT might actually win a week.
Look, I guess I need to really start helping Impact out. All right, direct TV for everybody.
All right.
Impact Plus, let's go.
For real.
But overall, hearing this, I mean, we understand why they're doing this, but do you think the Tuesday night move is not going to really be, not going to really affect them too much, you guys think? This for anyone can answer the question, but
no,
moving to Tuesdays, it should still be the same as.
I think it'll be better.
Oh, better. Okay.
Yeah, I said this on the show. Running unopposed, the weeks that each show has run unopposed, they've done better. NXT when AEW gets preempted, they do extremely well. The weeks that NXT gets preempted, AEW does very well. So it's going to be great for the wrestling fan, who I think actually wins the most out of this whole thing, because now you're gonna have a wrestling show almost every single night of the week. So I mean, obviously, we made the joke about Impact on Tuesday, but realistically, there are some of us that don't have DirecTV. So now I'm gonna be watching Raw on Monday. I'm gonna watch NXT on Tuesday. I'm gonna have AEW on Wednesday. I mean, you can't ask for anything more as a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Okay.
It ain't a big deal to me. I'm still gonna be watching NXT when I watch NXT. And
that is the dumbest thing you've said ever.
It don't make no big difference to me. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm not watching it on Tuesday. I'm
gonna watch NXT when I watch NXT. Well, if you're watching it, technically you're watching it. So I don't even know what the fuck you just did with that.
Saying like in the sense of if it's moving to Tuesday, right? And someone would like or prefer to watch a show live. There are some people out there that still want to watch shit live when it comes on. It's not
just so that they can spoil it for the other people.
Well, I'm not one of them people, but
if you think I'm talking about you, I probably am.
Oh, we know who. About. Mm-hmm. But I am saying that I don't see what the big deal is, and maybe because I just don't read into this kind of stuff. I mean, good for them. Still gonna watch.
This is just a thought. I'm just out of curiosity. I'm not familiar. Listen, I know NFL bring huge numbers. I know the NBA brings big numbers. I've never been familiar with the NHL, but I'm assuming because they are the National Hockey League, I'm assuming they bring in about the same numbers as well, even more than what WWE does on. Okay. Let's
put it this way. If NXT was averaging 5 million viewers a week, then they wouldn't be preempted. Then they wouldn't be asked to move to a different night.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is their viewership is where it is, and hockey outranks it.
Because I used to trip out when they got preempted by what was it called? The Westminster Dog Show.
The Westminster Dog Show.
And I go, you telling me dogs do better than I used to really, but apparently it does.
I guess.
No. But that's different because don't forget that only happens. It's not like a season.
Yeah.
It's just an event.
Yeah.
So they have a contract with USA, and basically they always made that work.
Gotcha.
What you're dealing with is that Fox Sport or NBC Sports is done.
Yeah.
So now, if you don't put them on Wednesday night, and that contract comes up, you lose the NHL revenue, and they're not going to do that.
Right.
So that's all it comes down to. It really has basically nothing else other than the fact that the advertising money going into Wednesday night, because it would be hockey, because people are conditioned to watch hockey on Wednesday nights. That is why it's more valuable. Plus, NXT really, the whole thing wasn't that it was even supposed to be technically a show on network. It just came about because of the fact that AEW, announced that they're going to be on Wednesdays. So USA took the contract and gave it to them.
Yeah.
Now,
wait, hang on. So Matt Michaels, are you finally admitting that the only reason why NXT was on TV and not just the network was to counter program AEW?
Sure. I just don't see that there's a war going on when neither of them
there's
can
not
draw a fucking million.
Well, I was just going to say, if you happen to be one of those people that enjoy watching NXT on Wednesday nights live and were ever conflicted because a hockey game came on, you now can watch the hockey game knowing that you could have watched it live the day before. There we go. I still don't see the point of this. How many people honestly watch shit live? Most people don't. Most people tape it and watch it a different day. Impact.
It depends on what it is.
Well, it all depends on your favorite show. If you have a favorite show, you'll make it, right? But I say most people, and I love NXT, but I just could never ever lock in a Wednesday night all the time repetitiously. So it's like Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I'm still gonna watch it that week.
But it really doesn't come down to that. It comes down to the fact that people watch sports live, and because hockey is moving to USA, that's it.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
Well, cool, guys. That will be our 3 counts show for tonight. We're gonna give our final thoughts for the week. Everyone, thank you for all. Our chat was lit tonight. Thank everybody for being on, man. Sean was on, Jade, Shant, a few others came through. Ringsiders always pop on here and there, so we thank them for being on. And you can also be on. Just when you see us live, just jump on and the comment box is right there, and let your comment be known. All right, with that, our final thoughts. Let's start off with you, Simon Street. What you want the people to know?
I want the people to know that
let's see how long it takes them.
It didn't take me long at all because it's a big fucking thing on the screen that says I'm muted, but I can still see. Anyways, I was just gonna say, like, hey guys, thank you so much for supporting us. We love doing this. It's exciting for all of us, and please, there's so many different ways that you can support us. So many different ways, and when Impact gets his turn, he will tell you of one way that you can support us. Take it away.
Well, I guess he's speaking of our Cash App. If you have access to Cash App, just use that money sign Vegas Bad Boys with a Z and send us whatever amount you want. And that money that you do send us, we will use that to help promote our show pretty much out there to social media, so everyone can enjoy the content that you enjoy. Others will be able to enjoy it as well. So that's the money sign Vegas Bad Boys with a Z, all one word. If you can throw anything, $1, 10, whatever, it'll be helpful. All right, we appreciate it. Sin City Steve, what you want to tell the people?
Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. As Impact had mentioned, chat was awesome. Everybody that was in the chat tonight, you guys killed it. It was really interactive. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Thank you guys for doing that. We'll see you guys here next week. Special shout out to all of the brave men and women serving our country on lands both foreign and domestic. Thank you for everything that you do. And also repsports.com, REPP sports.com. Use promo code Vegas at checkout. Save yourself 15%. Get all of your pre-workout, weight loss, and energy drink needs. Repsports.com. Promo code Vegas at checkout. Save yourself 15%.
Perfect. Matt Michaels.
Rest in peace, Jim Crockett Jr.
Yeah. It almost seemed like we have one we're giving a shout out to every week now. So, it's, what do you do? But we definitely won't forget them, and that's why we mention them. So, condolences to the family.
R.I.P. Jim Crockett Jr.
Wait, say it again?
I think I forgot him.
Oh, God. Okay. With that, everyone, thank you for listening. We will see you back next week. With that, peace.